Hi everybody, I'm Dark,
And I'm Terminal.
and this is PoGoTips, and we're bringing you the weekly preview. As I said earlier, we've got we got Buns, we got what else did I say? I actually already forgot. Goldfish brain. Oh yeah, feesh and something else. I gotta start using that more. Yeah, we've got Buns, we've got some feesh, and we also have some ESP kitties up in this business. So to begin with, we've got Beldum for Max Monday. We've got Hatterene showing up for Spotlight Hour. We've got a raid hour finally for Thundurus. Feels like it's been here forever. Then we've got Precious Pals starting off on Tuesday, but it's gonna get taken over the starting on Friday through the weekend. We're also getting a Shadow Raikou raid, and we're getting Great League and Ultra Premier, which I actually don't know what that is, and I can't wait to find out what that is later. All this week in Pokemon Go. Oh, also Shadow Cresselia is still there, but we're not really talking because it wouldn't shine during Wild. That's the thing. Anyway, yeah. So Terminal, you look a little excited for that Shadow Raikou raid day? I know I am.
Well, it is the #1 electric type, so it's going to be a good one.
I mean, why not, right? So let's start off then with Max Money, which is Beldum, which is still a pretty good one to get. It's going to be tier 3, going to cost 400 MP, and it's going to be appearing in basically every power spot from 6 to 7 p.m. local time tomorrow. But if you can't go out then, never fear, because it'll be here for the rest of the week, appearing much more frequently in power spots. So I'll be doing this. I want the shiny. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, and also it's pretty good as a bug type attacker, I believe. Is that right, Terminal?
I mean, it's also good as it's just to have it for the using it as what is it called? The
Tank?
using the tank. Yes, the beginning of it. Correct. So it's definitely a good one for that.
Okay, yeah. And it's like and I would say it wouldn't be too hard to take down. I think if you have at least a couple decently powered up, like say Drillbur or a Darumaka, these are just D-Maxes, by the way, it shouldn't be hard to take it down just solo. And it's really good. I would say it's something to go after and look for. I'll be doing it whenever it pops up. I got some close by power spots. So Terminal, remind us again, what is the best way to collect as much MP per day as possible?
So what I always like to do is I start off the morning by collecting 300 MP, the one from walking. Hopefully you save that up for the night before or the day before, or you just you can do that just through the morning, and it's not very hard. And then what you do is you go onto 4 different power spots throughout the day, collect from them.
4.
Hopefully they're power spots you haven't touched on before, and that'll get you to 700.
Wait. Why do you say haven't touched on before? What do you mean?
So if it's a power spot that you collected from previously, meaning this time that it's around, so let's say I collected from a power spot today and then I go to tomorrow. Today when I collect it, I'm going to get an extra 20 MP bonus. So instead of collecting 100, I collect 120 MP. And but tomorrow, if I go to the same power spot, I'm going to collect only 100 because it's not a new one. Now that gets refreshed every time the power spot reappears. So it's not like if you collected from it 3 weeks ago, that's not relevant. Just once it reappears, that's fine. So then
Wait, hold on. Just to clarify. So you're talking about the timers that appear above the raid, or the max battle for how long it's there, correct?
Well, not just the timers, because sometimes the timers run 30 minutes. It's how long has that one been up for. So that power spot itself comes up for usually for 2 to 3 days. And so each power spot. Sometimes it can be only a day, but most of them are 2 to 3 days. And so those are the ones that when it refreshes like that, that's when it's new. And so the first time you've collected from the power spot when it's been refreshed, the first time it's shown up in that recently, then you're going to get 120 MP versus 100 because you'll get 100 every time you try to collect from that. So day one, the first time you collect from it in one day, you're going to get it. You're going to get 120. The next days you're going to get 100 per day.
Right. There. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's switch over to our phones real quick, and we can show them how you can also see how you can tell how much MP that you have left to collect. So I don't know if anybody's ever noticed your little MP storage up here on the top left. It does more than just show you how much you have. If you tap on it, it also tells you. There it goes. Tells you how much you have left to collect.
Yep.
So if you ever need to keep track. So, because like that, what Terminal's talking about, the extra 20 is very important. So you can check and see if you've done it before just by clicking on it and seeing, oh, did I get 100 or 120?
I don't know exactly what you mean by that.
Because if you've collected, you get 1,500, however much you get per day, right? Minus 300 for that. Then after you get from the power spot, you may not see the things pop up. You can come in here, click on this, and see if it is minus 100 or minus 120. See if it was actually a new power spot or not.
Yep. But actually, to make it easier, instead of going through all that thing, if you collect the 300, then you go to 4 power spots, preferably new ones. If you go to 4 new power spots, you're going to end up at 780 MP collected. And then what's going to happen is that then you can collect your 300 max particles again, and that's going to max you out, the absolute max you can get. It is possible to get 10 more, so sometimes I've ended up where I've been a 790 for the day, but that's that's a whole nother thing. So, but generally speaking, the easy way to do it, easy button as you would say, collect 300, 4 power spots, collect 300, make it easy.
Right. Yeah. So that's the simple way to do it. But if you want to be extra, try hard. Look out for that 120 and keep track of which power spots you go to. But that's a personal choice what you want to do. 3, 4, and 3, basically 300 from walking, 4 power spots, and 300 from walking. Pretty simple.
Yep. Now, PG just brought up something. He said, luckily I have 3,350 MP currently, so those Beldums got to watch out. So this is something that you might want to think about, is that with Shadow Raikou DMAX coming out, you might want to save them up. Not Shadow Raikou, for the DMAX coming out in next weekend. Then you might want to save it up. That's up to you, because you can only. But but by saving those up for the max battle weekend that's coming up, not this weekend, the following weekend, you're not gonna be able to you're not gonna be able to do those throughout the week. And personally, I would do them throughout the week, because you get 2 or 3 Beldums or max battles per day. Then and each one of those max battles, you get a pretty decent amount there. So that's kind of both type of things there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through chat a little bit here. Hey, Raj, welcome in. Glad you just made it. So let's see what else. I think it was Scipio was saying that it's amazing how relevant DMAX Metagross has been since its release. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how they released it so long ago and it's still kind of stayed on top. And Sensei also goes, yeah, that and Blissey. Yeah, he's right. Those 2 are the ones that stick around as good tanks. You got some other ones that work in a pinch, but if you're not sure what to use, if you have a Beldum or a Blissey out there as a tank, you're gonna probably be okay. So yeah, that's really good to think about. And did Dino get a shiny Bagon from the past? Nice. That's great, Dino. That's a good shiny. And Sensei was mentioning Gmax, Charizard, or Cinderace to take this down. Absolutely. If you've got one of those 2, they will definitely hit harder than a DMAX, but DMAXs will still knock out Beldum, which is the important part of what I was saying. It's you don't even have to be too advanced to be able to take this thing down. All right, so let's go ahead and move on from there. Our next slide, which is Spotlight Hour. As always, Tuesday, 6-7 p.m. local time. This one is featuring Hatterene, and we're gonna be able to get 2 times transfer candy. So that means that if you've been saving up your legendaries and other stuff that you've traded or don't want, or whatever, you have a lot of candy on, this is a transfer, because you get 2 rare candies and 1 candy XL, I believe, for every transfer. Pretty good. Kind of.
So you do get double. You do get two regular candies. It's the XLs are the kind of. If your Pokemon is powered up to certain levels, and just to make it easy, if it's at level 25, and if you're looking at your Pokemon's IVs, you can kind of tell if it's at level 25 by seeing where the circle is. Let's move to our phones
for that. Yeah. Okay. Sure, yeah, you're on now. Show them what you mean by on the circle.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me bring up legendary, because that'll make it a little bit easier.
For sure. Yeah.
So I'm going to show the difference between weather boosted one and not weather boosted, because a weather boosted legendary is always when you catch it, it's always level 25, and a non-weather boosted one is level 20. These are ones that are caught from raids. There's some other exceptions to that. So if you look at where the circle is, so right now here I'm showing that there's one hang on, let me stop my phone from getting interrupted.
That'd be good.
So if you look at this one, here's level 20. And if you compare that to a level 25, if you notice where the picture is, the camera, it's pointing towards the camera. So if it is level 25, if it technically speaking 23 and a half, I'm not going to get into that discussion. If it's level 25, it's you're most likely going to be able to get yourself an XL from transferring it for this. So level 23 and a half and up is going to do it. Some people actually take their level 20 Pokemon and will power them up to get to 23 and a half and then transfer it. And it gives you, I think the number is a 75% chance. I'm sorry, I think it's a 90% chance of getting that XL, the not rare XL, the XL for that Pokemon that you're transferring. So you could do a calculation, honestly, if you do the calculation, and you take your level 20 legendaries and power them up, you really need those XLs. It's still cheaper to do that than it would be to change 100 regular XLs into an XL. So here, just as an example here, if I wanted to power this up to 23 and a half, I would have to do it. It's 21, 22, 23 and a half. So if I powered up there, I use 22 candies, and then I've got a 90% chance of getting an XL for the transferring this.
And you can see here on my screen that it costs 100 candy to get you one XL.
Right. Now, it takes more candy. It takes 26 regular candies for a shadow. So you've got a shadow there on the screen. So it would take you 26 candies to power it up to the level that you need. So a non-shadow from that's not weather boosted, you power it up to use 22 candy and 26 candy for a non-weather boosted shadow there. So yes, we are splitting hairs here and getting detailed, but guess what? We're PoGoTips.
I will agree with Raj. They need to put what the levels are on the dang screen. This is so dumb that we have to compare it to the freaking camera to tell what level it is.
Well, I'll show you another way. If you have PokeGenie is a good app. If you take a screenshot of it and then you go over to PokeGenie, I'll just bring that up right here.
Okay. Terminal. My point is Niantic should do it.
Correct. That's correct.
That's my point. Yes.
Yep.
I know a ton of different ways to do it. 100%. Also, if you're going from level 1 to level 50, right? Where would level 25 be if you were thinking about it?
It's still the same place. It's by that camera. So if you look,
no. From level 1 to level 50, where do you think it would be on that semicircle line? Where do you think it should be?
Oh, I get what you mean. So if level 25 is this is, so they're using, I understand what the Niantic did here.
I know what they're using.
Showing.
I totally get it.
They're using geometric, and exponential progression here.
Exactly.
But yes, halfway up should be directly, straight above, the Pokemon. But no, that's not the way they do that. I agree with what Raj is saying.
Yeah, exactly. Also, your mic's been breaking up a little bit. It was okay before, but now it's a little bit worse. See what you can do on your end.
Okay.
Yeah. Just heard that there. It got really bad at that one spot, so that's why I had to mention there. But yeah, so so if you guys want to, you can power up the Pokemon that you care about to get them up to say level 23 or level 25, whatever you feel like doing, depending on how much candy you got, whatever. And then you can guarantee that you're gonna get that XL. I might even, do a stream on Tuesday where I actually do this if anybody else wants to just jump in and do it with me too. Just sometime in the morning. It's a quick little thing. That's what I was thinking about doing.
Stream to do what?
To get all my legendaries up to level 25, so that way I can just quickly transfer them once the hour hits, because I do want to go do it too. I want to go and get those XLs because, like I said, Hatterene has a G-Max form, so I want to make sure I got a ton of XLs for it.
Sounds good. It's not a bad idea. Unfortunately, I will not be available.
Nah, I know you can't. That's why I was gonna do it. Yeah, exactly. But you could maybe do it on stream if you want to, but I mean, if you don't want to do the Hatterene thing, but I bet people will be going raids, and you have to go okay, and they go do raids. So probably not the best idea.
No, I'm Tuesday morning. I am going to be on a flight, so I can't do that then.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you're going to Vegas. We'll talk about that later in the weekly postmortem. But he's gonna gamble away all of his life savings. Heck yeah, baby. Because he doesn't do it
all $2 of it.
That's that person, exactly. All right. So, guys, there's really not a lot to talk about. Okay, Lois, see you later. Sorry, I meant to look at chat before we went to this part. We kind of covered a bit of it. Oh, Kaiden. Okay. Let's see. Welcome in, Kaiden. Glad you're here. Anybody else? Yes, I think everybody. Okay, cool. Let's move on then to Mega Sceptile. Because they changed basically the raid schedule, we don't really have anything really to update except Mega Sceptile is going to be here until the week after next. It's going to be here for at least another 8 days. About 7-8 days. That's about it.
Again,
That's what I'm going to say about it.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely one you want to make sure you can mega. This is an important one to do because it's a powerful grass type one. Yes. So that's all.
Hey guys, why is my Sceptile called Socrates? Because he's skeptical. Ah! Sorry, I had to.
Bump. Yes, and BG is right there. Right there with you, BG.
It's okay. We're done with this slide now. Again, it's grass dragon. It's a unique typing. Great to go for. It's 4 times weak to ice. So it's very easy to solo or duo. Like duo, it's not even a question. So if you want to go for it, go for it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool mega. Pretty cool shiny. Pretty cool Pokemon. And also mine is called Socrates because he's awesome. Anyway, moving on to Thundurus again. We got Thundurus for another 8 days as well. And we got Cresselia, Shadow Cresselia for the 5-star Shadow Raid. We do finally have the raid hour for it, which is on Wednesday, 6-7 p.m. local time, and that's about it. You know what, Scipio? It got better for me. So that's it. Okay. Is there anything else we can really say about these two that we didn't say last time? They're not really useful for too much.
Well, did you get a shiny Shadow yet?
Yeah, I did.
Good. Okay.
I think it was my second one too, actually.
Some people did it.
Even though I'm complaining about the go well, I did actually get a shiny Cresselia, just not with the background. That's why I complain. You know, we're not
all right.
about that part. And I do still need the shiny Thundurus Incarnate form, which is what this is. Incarnate is when it looks like a genie. Therian is when it looks like an animal, because Therian means animal-like. You guys knew that. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. All I gotta say about that. Okay, moving on. So for the PvP PvPers out there, we've got Ultra Premier, which is Pokemon must be at or below 2500 CP to enter. Candy Cam 20 Pokemon are not eligible. That would be legendaries, mythicals, and ultra beasts. And we'll also have Great League, which makes me very sad because I want Master League so I can use my Master League team. Got tear running down my cheek right now.
So the Ultra Premier is the same thing as Master League Premier, just with 2500 limit there.
Yep.
So that's all. Yep.
And that starts on Tuesday. It'll run for a week, just like all these do. So yeah, if you want to get into that. Get in on that, go on ahead. I don't think there's too many legendaries in Ultra League, but I'm sure there are enough that this will actually change them in quite a bit. So yeah. Dino's like, no, I wanted to use Jirachi. Well, sorry, Dino. Maybe next time.
Actually, give me a second here. I'm curious. I'm going to look right now and see in the Ultra League all of the. Yeah, I mean, Moltres is number 1, so right there, that's going to change it. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Legendary. And then number 11 is Regidrago, number 15 is Virizion and Zygarde and so on. So, you know, the top 50 there's like 7 of them in the top 50. So
it'll change some.
Pretty good there. Yeah. Yep. Especially number 1 is going to change a lot. Before we continue, actually, I'm going to just mention here, a lot of people have been asking, is Rillaboom relevant in PvP with the new moves? And the answer is no. It's not yet. We think that it might change down the road, especially, you know, as between every season, they usually adjust the power of the moves. But with Drum Beating or Frenzy Plant, it still doesn't make it very relevant. So keep that in mind there for it.
Made it relevant VGC was its ability and its item, which... neither are in Pogo.
There you go.
He's a dominant force in VGC. Like you're gonna see a Rillaboom nearly every match, or at least every 3 out of 4 matches. But sadly, in Pogo, he's relegated to just look out for his G Max. basically.
True.
Okay, moving on. So here we go. The new event is coming out, which is Precious Pals. This starts on January 20th at 10 a.m. and goes until January 25th at 8 p.m. 5 days. Kind of hold on to that. I will mention it later, but it is relevant for what we're going to be talking about afterwards. So for the event bonuses, you get additional Candy XL when walking with your buddy. You get additional hearts when you do buddy stuff with your Pokemon. There's an increased chance to encounter a shiny Goldeen, increased chance to hatch a shiny Goldeen and a shiny Fido. Given the last two events, I don't believe them. There's also going to be limited time evolution requirements for Eevee, Pancham, and Pomo. And don't worry, guys, it's a good thing, okay, not a bad thing. So for the wild encounters here, we've got Goldeen, which is also going to be shiny boosted. We've got Zora, we've got Wimpod, we've got Fido, and lucky scamps out there may find the ESP Cat Esper. And then in 2 kilometer eggs, we've got Goldeen, we've got Fido, as they said, and we've also got 3 other baby Pokemon, Togepi, Happiny, and Riolu. And those 3 should be relatively shiny boosted, 1 out of 128. We don't know how good Goldeen's going to be, so maybe on the similar level, but given how my egg luck has been the past couple events, no, they won't be. And then there'll also be a collection challenge where you get XP Stardust and encounters with Fido. There's also a paid time research where you get some stuff with that as well. And looks like a pretty fun event. I know a lot of people looking for that shiny Goldeen, so maybe, just maybe, this is the event for them. Terminal, what are your thoughts on this event? What do you think? What are you going for? What are you doing?
I mean, there's a lot to do here with it. The nice thing is that we get extra XLs when you're walking your buddy Pokemon. We're gonna talk a little bit. I say this. We're gonna post in our Discord how you can get your legendaries, the Candy KM20, as Dark was saying. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna post how to do that without using a Poffin. What happens is that you basically do the 3 things. Meaning, what you do is you need to first need to swap to the Pokemon you want to get excited.
Terminal.
Yeah.
I do have a slide for this.
Okay. Sorry, forgot about that.
No worries.
So we'll get
to that. Yeah.
Yep.
Right now, I'm just curious what you think about the event so far is what we're looking at here. Goldeen, Fido, all that stuff.
Yep. I mean, of course, those are good. I don't have a Goldeen. I know a shiny Goldeen. I know a lot of people who doesn't have a shiny Goldeen.
Me.
Yeah, I know you don't. I don't know if Rod still doesn't have one. I know at one point he didn't have one there.
I think also our buddy Salty Lore doesn't have one either. And y'all have been like day oneers and you still don't have it. So apparently it's one of those ones people are going to go after. And I'm excited to get it.
Heck,
I probably won't. Yeah. Also, dude, we got to mention about Steel Chair Zoro, baby. Let's go ahead and switch over to our phones. This is, I think, a pretty important thing to go over.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Zora's in this one. This is a fun one. So I like Zora.
So to begin with, for anybody who doesn't know, okay, Zora works a bit like Ditto, okay? It will not be itself out in the wild. What it will be is it will look like your buddy. So depending on what buddy you have out there, it can be either very obvious that it's out there or not obvious at all. Okay. So first off, make sure your buddy is pretty obvious, but there is a little trick we learned about these guys.
So there's a term called Steel Chair Zora. The Steel Chair comes from WWE, WWF Wrestling, where one wrestler is walking around and all of a sudden somebody takes a steel chair and smacks them behind them and surprises them. And that's what this means, is that you have a steel chair. What you're doing is you're auto catching Zoras. And what happens when you auto catch them and you have the right buddy is that you can get these massive Zoras. And so I've seen as high for this one that we're going to be getting here. I've seen almost 3,000 kilograms here. So this is my heaviest one. I've got a 20 to 37 kilogram one. And so this is one we're going to get. But the trick here is that you have to catch it. You have to catch it with an auto catcher. So if you don't have an auto catcher, this is not the trick for you. But if you have an auto catcher, what you do is you make your buddy for something ridiculously small. So anything you have that is like that's small, Flabebe works. The weight has to be 0.14 kg or lower. And the smaller it is, the better, the more likely you're to do it. So I've tested it out, though. Certain Pokemon do different things, and I've tested out with a variety of them. What actually works out the best, believe it or not, is what's the Ultra Beast that's the ninja one there?
Kartana.
Okay, yeah, Kartana. So Kartana works out the best. And the thing with the Kartana that's interesting is it doesn't have to be XXS. But as long as the weight is down, so what I recommend doing is going through your Kartanas, if you have any, and find the lightest Kartana and the smallest Kartana you have. But weight is what you want to be looking at for that. And so you go through all of your Kartanas and you find the one that's the smallest, and that's the one you're going to want to use by weight. And so you make that your buddy, and I will tell you, you're going to, and then you auto catch the auras, and you're going to have a great time with that.
Yeah, and remember, when it comes to Azora, don't touch it. If you're
Once you touch it, if you touch it and then you let it auto catch, it's not going to work.
Because it's already,
you have to do it this way.
Because when you touch it, then it loads in all the data about what it's supposed to be. There's a bit of a glitch where if you do what we're saying, have a Kartana as your buddy, let the auto catcher auto catch the Zora, it causes it then to get ridiculously large, heavy,
yes, very heavy. And so I've got a 0.0. So you want to go through that. So if you don't have a Zora, I mean a Kartana, that's fine. So then find something else. I found Flabébé works really well. So if you have an XXS Flabébé, again, the weight has to be under 0.14 or less. So the weight of it. Now there's the other side of the trick. I'll give you the other trick. If you want to get a ridiculously small one, we're talking about a teeny one. What you want to do is you want to get your biggest Gyarados, whichever way you say that, and that's the one by weight, and that's the one you want. So if you go through them and look for the ones that say weight. Now, if you notice the one that I've got here on the screen, it says it's XXL and it's the tallest. That matters, but not all that matters. What you really want to do is you want to find the heaviest by weight. Tallest helps, but weight is the more important factor there for it. So if you need to evolve one, go for it.
I'm gonna check chat real quick because we have neglected them for a little bit here. Dino had a joke there. Oh my god, a wild shiny Jirachi!
Yes, so there's actually been many true reports where people have master balled their Zoras when it happens to be their buddy that it's copying. It's happened many times there. If you notice, my heaviest Gyarados is an XL, not an XXL. Keep that in mind there.
Let's see. So Wicked says he's got a lucky Hundo Goldeen. Very nice. But do you have a shiny? That's the question, though. There, Wicked. Let's see. Pokemon also needs a shiny one as well. Let's see. No shiny. Yeah, Wicked says he doesn't have a shiny. I see it now above there. Oh, Donnie, you still need Seeking for your Dex? Well, then there you go, buddy. You're about to fill that one up pretty easily.
A shiny. Wait, he needs a shiny Goldeen.
Yes. No. Sorry. Dino needs a Seeking for his Dex. Wicked still needs still needs a shiny Goldeen. And let's see. Extreme says he's looking forward to this. He wants a shiny Wimpod. Yeah, well, it's a pretty cool shiny Extreme. I would definitely say. I mean, honestly, maybe not even evolve it because shiny Wimpod is kind of dope. I like that one a lot. And Pokemon looks really happy to be here. He's like, wow, I keep missing the streams. It's so helpful. Well, I'm glad, Pokemon. That's what this is for. That's what this is for. Kaiden had to go get some nummies. I understand. I also like nummies. Nummies is great. Yeah, well, I mean, guys, like from what Term was saying earlier, like it actually hasn't like had an event like this where the shiny was boosted. So unless like you actually happen to be at a nest or something, or near water, whatever Goldeen spawned, like you didn't have a lot of chances to get this guy. So yeah, like this is a really good event for a long sought after shiny, I'd say, for many people. So yeah, so this is what Terminal was talking about earlier, how to get your buddy excited without a poffin. So first I want to shout out GoHub and the PokeGo Hunter for designing this. It's fantastic. I really do like this. Terminal, why don't you go ahead and tell us how this all works while we have this nice visual to help people follow along.
So it's pretty simple. This honestly makes it look a lot more complicated than it is. So what you want to do is you want to start not with your buddy. So the one that you want to get excited, don't start with that one. So start with any other Pokemon, and then you swap to the buddy you want to get excited. Usually I'd recommend doing this with a legendary, especially if you have the legendary at 19 kilometers or slightly under 20 kilometers is the best way to do it. So what I recommend doing is swap to your buddy that you want to get excited. Then you need to do the three things. What I call the three things. You need to play with it. You need to take a photo of it, and you need to feed it. You set your timer for 30 minutes. And then you can't swap it out. If you swap it out, you're going to have to start all over again. So you set your timer for 30 minutes, and then you do the three things again. And then you set your timer again for 30 minutes and do three things again. So by the time you've done it 3 times, so the third time you do it, at that point your buddy should get excited. And this chart I think is slightly outdated. I'm looking at it now. There's some things in here that is talking about that it doesn't need to be done anymore. So what I will do is post an updated one from Galax in our Discord, and also I'll post it to our YouTube posts so you can check it in there. So make it simple. Swap to the buddy you want to get excited. Do the 3 things. Wait 30 minutes. I literally set my watch to 30 minutes and do those 3 things 2 more times, and at that point they should be excited without a puffin. I recommend again doing it to because if you do that and your legendary is at 19 kilometers, once it hits, you're immediately going to get 1 XL, and then once it hits, once you can walk 1 more kilometer, then it's going to get to then you're going to get a second XL from it. So definitely recommend doing this there that way.
And also don't forget that once this event starts, you'll also get additional XLs.
Correct. It's a boosted XLs for the event, and boosted hearts you get. So
if you're looking to try and buddy up some guys for whatever reason, there you go. So like we said, the thing said before, certain Pokemon will have their evolution methods adjusted. Eevee can evolve into Sylveon by earning 20 hearts instead of 70. Pancham can evolve into Pangoro by catching 10 dark type Pokemon instead of 32. And Pomo can evolve into Palmot after exploring 5 kilometers instead of 25. Their original freaking number is 25.
You didn't know that?
25 kilometers?
Yeah. Well, how about you go take a look at some of those other ones there? There's a bunch that need a lot. So, by the way, there's a search term for it called Evolve Quest. So if you search for the word Evolve Quest, all one word, then you can see every Pokemon that you need to do something with there.
25 freaking... oh yeah. My god. Okay, now here's the real question. Are they going to do the same thing where they're going to reset everybody's progress once this takes effect?
I hope not. I don't think so, but it's happened before. We'll find out once the event starts.
New Zealand, thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you, Kiwis. Exactly. Love you.
Yep. Yeah. So use Evolve Quest to do it. I mean, you still have to walk 10 kilometers to get Umbreon and Espeon. Mm-hmm. So that's another trick there. Yeah. So yep, you do have to do that a lot with a lot of them. But yes, 25 I think is the largest one as far as I know.
Titan's offering us a cheese stick, and I'm tempted to take it.
We don't have transporter technology here to do that. So.
I mean, I guess so. and Bomber Kitty is like, may the odds be ever in your favor, NZ. So in other words, we're planning on them to get culled, is what you're saying, Kitty. You're expecting all their progress to get culled as soon as this thing starts. Good to know. Good to know. Yep. All right.
Did you go to the next slide there so to talk about one more thing?
Yeah, I was about to go to that. Yeah, yeah, because this is the avatar. What do they call it? Animation
with the paid ticket. This is the pose. The event theme avatar pose. They call it.
I couldn't remember. So
yep, with the paid ticket, this is what you get.
Yeah, you get a heart.
And also there's going to be the showcases for these, and so definitely something you're going to want to catch and try to get the XLs or XXLs for that.
Yep.
So size.
Yep. I think it's everything for this event then, except for one final thing. Team Rocket's back, baby. So, if anybody who has not, we even got the whole Thundurus coming in like that. That's pretty cool. So Team Go Rocket will appear more frequently in Pokestops and balloons. So the Pokestops just means you're gonna see a ton of them out there. So if you have to manually spin your stops, I feel sorry for you. Yeah, exactly. For balloons, and will appear, I think it's like every 2 hours or so. And one of the best parts about this is you can use a charge TM to help a shadow Pokemon forget the charge attack frustration. And Pokemon caught in 1-star and 3-star shadow raids will have a wider variance, which means they'll be worse. It's never better. It'll always be worse attack, defense, and HP. And we'll be getting a Shadow Incarnate Thundurus from Giovanni. So that'll be fun. I'm very excited to get that. And then the leaders, we're going to have Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie as their shadows. And they can be shiny for the first time ever. And they are boosted while they're with the leaders. Ask me how many shiny Larvatars I have.
You've got them all. Share, please.
No. What? No, I'm not going to do that. What are you talking about, dude? All right. So this will usually start the night before. So it will happen. This starts on Friday. So Thursday or Friday at midnight. So that means Thursday night is when we'll get our first rocket balloon. And after that, it's every 2 hours.
Yes, and one thing to note: if you already have a super rocket radar, you can actually get your Shadow Incarnate Thundurus. If you don't have a super rocket radar, at 10 a.m. on Friday is when you'll get the research. One thing to be careful of: you have to have either the research and if you have another research already in your stack, it either has to be still on step 1. Or it has to be completed. If it's on anything but step 1 or completed or completed, so if you're on steps 2, 3, 4, or 5, then you're not going to get that research. Now the good news is, as long as you finish that research before March 3rd, so you have over a month to complete that research that you have right there, then you'll get it. It's okay if you have other ones that are still on step 1. That's fine. But I'm right now on step 4 on my last rocket radar one, the super rocket radar one. I didn't want to get the current Giovanni's current Pokemon. I'm blanking out which one that is. I don't want to get another one of that, so I was waiting for the next time Giovanni comes around to finish it up. So as long as I finish mine up before March 3rd, I'll get a new research to get a new super rocket radar.
Yep, I need to do some. I messed mine up earlier, so I've got to deal with that. What was the last one we're supposed to get from Tornadus, right?
Yeah, I think it was the Tornadus.
I don't think I got that yet. I need to get that still. I haven't gotten it yet.
Well, you might want to do that.
Yeah, I will.
So, by the way, you can search for ones that you've gotten, and also any shadows that you've gotten from them by searching for Rocket. That's a search term there you can do.
Let's go back to chat here. Let's see.
Yep, Tornadus is the most recent shadow.
Let's see. Skippy says that pose is absolutely ruined by the smile. Nightmare fuel. Agreed. They don't do smiles well in this game at all. It is definitely Uncanny Valley, for sure. For sure. Oh, CT came in. Welcome in.
The good news is that it's going to be your character's pose. Just they happen to use a very bad animation for it. I agree.
Roger's upset that the Rocket Takeover is only 2 days, but it's weekend though.
It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday till 8 p.m.
Yeah, that's usually how it always goes with that.
So you have all day Friday, you have all day Saturday, and most of Sunday.
Lois still needs to get let's see. Lois has 12 radars and 2 boss radars. Yeah, you need to go find somebody to fight out there. Go beat up some rockets, Lois. And Kaiden has wondered what Giovanni does during his free time.
I think it's just planning to be evil.
Probably. He probably turned those things into shadows. And let's see. It keeps on resetting. I have to keep on scrolling back up. It's so annoying. I'm going to change it in the settings. Stop it. Let's see. He trains. Training. Yep. Raj says he probably trains.
Yeah. Sometimes it's 5 days, Raj. I find, it's about, sometimes 5 days. This is 3 days, technically. So it's not so bad there. So, all right. Why don't we move on to the next slide?
All right. You got it. So we also have a little special event going on that weekend. Shadow Raikou Raid Day. So what's that look like? You're going to get 5 additional raid passes from spinning photo discs. So you get a 6 total the day of, and you get 7 if you save the one from the previous day on Friday. You've got the shiny Raikou chance will increase, probably 1 out of 10. A remote raid limit will increase. I think it's from Friday at 4 p.m. To Saturday at 7 p.m. And that's PST. So that means Pacific Standard Time. Exactly.
Everything is so whenever they do a time, it's always based upon their headquarters, which is out in California. So that's why it's 4 p.m. on Friday Pacific time. It starts at. So basically, you've got 27 hours of to do that. So you get 20 each day, basically 20 on Friday and 20 on Saturday.
No, it would be really great if there was something else to raid besides Shadow Raikou, but there's really not.
I mean, Shadow Raikou is definitely one you're going to want to do. It's the number 1 electric attacker.
I know, but I usually also use these to like go after the weekly one too if it's a really good one, and it's Thundurus. So I'm not exactly. I'll do some remote raids for this thing, but I'm probably gonna get the ticket though, because you get additional passes and you get some bonuses, which is more rare candy XLs, 50% more XP, and 2 times Stardust. So it's usually, I would say these tickets are usually worth it, especially for the additional raid passes and the extra stuff to get with it too, because it just gives you more bang for your buck. I think these are definitely some of the more worthy tickets to get.
So I saw a complaint the last time we had this. So the increased chance to get a rare XL from raid battles. I did see a lot of complaining about it. Increased chance doesn't mean that you're likely to get it still. I think it goes from like 20% to 30% chance. But I know somebody who claimed, a couple of people claim they did like 30 different raids and they got 1 or 2 rare XLs. So just don't set your expectations very high for that.
Right, but we also have the bonus though from the January pass as well, so that'll give us even more on top of that. Remember the buffet we were having at the end of last month?
But I'm talking about rare XLs in particular.
Yeah, but I get a ton of those just the rare candy XLs. Yeah. I think I've got about 600 of them, and I would say half of those I got from last month because of that thing. So you may not get the Raikou ones, but you'll definitely get some extra other ones because of that bonus from the January pass if you're at level 75 on it.
What do you mean that bonus? I'm looking at the January pass. There's nothing specific. Additional rewards. It says additional rewards for completing in-person raids.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily mean that it's more rare XL chance.
No, but I'm saying based on how it happened last month, if it's the same bonus, you'll still be eating well is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not too worried about getting enough rare candy XLs at this point if they're going to make that kind of thing a part of the passes.
Well, listen, not everybody's a cheapskate as you, and they actually do spend their rare XLs. So spend them, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if I get some good Shadow Raikous, I'll definitely put some into there because I need to get rid of some of these. Okay, 600 bag space for some rare candy XLs is a bit excessive. Okay, I agree with that. I just got nothing to put them into right now. That's the problem. Give me a good Shadow Raikou. I'll dump them in there. I'll dump as many as I need to in there. Gosh darn it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. I'm glad we formalized all that up. Wait. Lois, did you forget who I am again? Pokemon wants
PoGoTips is okay. Let me mention this again to Lois. PoGoTips was started by 2 people. I'm Terminal.
I did the hello too early. Sorry. I guess
I'm Terminal, and who are you? Introduce yourself to Lois.
I'm Dark Lois. I did this at the beginning of the stream. How do you keep forgetting me? We even had banter before it even started. Lois, I want to be your friend, Lois. I love you, Lois.
You know what? Lois is about an hour from me. I could go with a pie chart and go meet her one day and
make sure there are pictures. So make sure there are pictures.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna check everybody else.
Let's move on.
Oh, Lois asking also what she forgot what Giovanni had in the last event. It was Tornadus, Lois. We also want that too.
Correct. Yes. She could have been busy at that moment. So
true. Kaiden, we can talk about our favorite food and drink a little bit later, because right now we're kind of in the middle of breaking down what's happening this week. So, we can revisit that a little bit later, because I do like talking about Chinese food. But we are now at the weekly post-mortem.
Hang on a second. Hold on a second here. I got a bone to pick with people. You guys, you and Grandpa both like paying Niantic just for backspace for no reason than something you could use. He's got 625 rare XLs. You've got 600 rare XLs. Come on, guys. You're literally storing stuff that for no reason that you're going to use on something. If you just said you're going to use it on Raikou, just put it right now on Raikou. Who cares? You've got a Raikou in your bag there. I'm sure you do.
I just don't know what I want to use it on right now. That's what I said last time. I don't know what to use it on. I still have to look and see what I have. Put it on. So how about you calm down? Because maybe I want to power up like my Hundo Celesteela. Okay. So how about you get off my case and let me figure out what I want to power up, Mr. I have one bag space.
I'm up to I've got 21. So do something with that.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you exactly what to do with that. You have your hangups, I have mine. Calm down over there, buddy. Jeez.
Ooh, hit a nerve here.
But also I need to power up 3 Pokemon to their max for the next level, so I'm waiting for that too. All right.
Okay, that makes sense.
So our weekly post-mortem. First off, somewhat high Zaptitude. So this is where we had the debut of Kilowattrel and Shiny Tadbulb. I was able to get 1 Shiny Tadbulb. And that was about it for the entire event. Let's switch over, I guess, to our phones real quick so we can talk about this stuff. Okay. Also, I think some more Pokemon just showed up. Yep, they did. I need to check these.
We're working well with our ADD.
Do you know why I have so many Chinese, Terminal?
Why do you have so many shinies?
Because of what I just did. So, lay off. God. Ugh. All right, so let's see, let's go with shinies first, because we'll talk about Grookey Calm Day in a minute. Let's see, and where is it? There he is. There's Tadbulb right there. Yep, that was from the first day of the event, and that is all I got. Same, Bomber, only one. Only one.
You got lucky.
I did get lucky. That's how the game works. That's how the game works. I got a shiny Shadow Cresselia. And I mean, that was, I think, pretty much it. Because the rest of these are just, oh no, I got a shiny Mareep. That's right. That's what I got during Spotlight Hour, which was here, let me show you this.
Beep beep, I'm a sheep.
So helpful after having that calm day. That's what I have left, and there's the rest, and what I have left. So,
nice. Yeah. Very good.
Lois, it is DARC. I breathe and can't spell my name right. All right. All right. So, let's see. Did I get anything else really interesting from that event? Let's see if I got any good watch rolls. I don't think I got anything too good in terms of my watch rolls. I don't think I got anything too good. I still need to trade some away. Peas. Wow, you're really good. Nope, nothing really too crazy in the watch roll front. Did you get anything good in the watch roll front?
I got one hundo.
That's pretty good. I didn't get one of those.
So that's a good one.
Yeah, I agree. Oops. By recents. There we go. Yeah, no, this event wasn't too great for me. I got a shiny Illumise at one point, and then I got a shiny, no, not shiny, Hundo Illumise, and then a Hundo Throw. So I got some random stuff from the event, from other stuff. And but that's it. Yeah, this event wasn't too great for me, except for today. Let me show you what I got today. I got these two. This was from the Daily Incense I had on while I was going downtown for the event, and then I happened to pick up a Nundo Grookey. So that was pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure if I got any others before them, but I don't think I did. When was this Drillbur from? And yeah, so this is from a while. Yeah, I didn't even know I had this. When did I get this Drillbur?
It says right there on the screen.
I know. I'm trying to think of when I got this Drillbur though. Oh, I got this Nundo Binacle. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically how I did for High's Aptitude. Nothing too great from that one. I did it quite a bit. I was looking for Shinx. Didn't get shiny Shinx again. They were just too rare spawn for me.
Yeah, they were definitely hard to get.
Oh, and eggs. Bupkis. Nothing from these stinking eggs. And I was pretty good. Like, here we go. Look at all the stuff I hatched. Look at all that stuff I hatched. Look at all that. Look at all that. Nothing. Nada. So, not the best event for me, but, you know, that's kind of how Shiny Luck works, right? It's got its ups and downs. Ooh, Dino got a shiny Shinx. Very nice. I'm very jealous of you right now. Oh, he's got... Oh, Kite says he might have a Nundo Prinplup with the Calm Day background. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I happened to get a Schnundo from that event. That was pretty awesome. Yeah. We had a call out for the Nundo. I went over to it. We were looking for it. I asked my buddy what the CP is. He goes, "It's this much." I tapped on the Pokemon. It was the Schnundo. It was
That's
the
good.
Schnundo.
And
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's your first. That's your first one, right?
No, the first one. Remember, you don't remember this at Jersey. Remember, at the at GoFest. This one. You're on the bus.
Nice. That's right. That's right. Nice. This event was good for me for Toxels. I hatched my 4th shiny Toxel.
I need one of those, please.
Shiny Toxels. So one's already got your name in it.
Good.
My friend Ashton wanted 1 male and 1 female, even though there's no gender differences. I had 1 female, so he gets that one.
Nice. Okay, good. I need as I showed everybody, I tried and I failed to get a shiny out of the eggs. I'm gonna do it again for Goldeen. Why kid myself? I'm gonna do a few eggs to try and get Goldeen. I know it. Why try and beat around the bush? All right. So I think that's everything we got to say for High's Aptitude. Let's see if anybody in chat's got anything interesting to talk about. Oh, Kaiden, you're looking for a shiny Magikarp? That's a good one to get. I like shiny Magikarp. Ooh, Kaiden also got a wild Nundo Growlithe. Very cool. You got Dino got a hundo from the eggs. Which one did you get, Dino? What do you mean you got a Rhyhorn instead, Kaiden? Oh, a shiny Rhyhorn? That's pretty dope. That's also pretty cool shiny. And Lowe's got some decent watches looks up there. Male and female. Nice. I don't think there's a gender difference for those two. Oh, Dino got 2 big XXLs. Nice. Oh, Dino also got a Chinchou, but no Tadbulb. Yeah. You know what? Any shiny is still good. You know what? That's what I always say. Any shiny is good. All right, let's go back to the slideshow real quick.
By the way, we have 4 hours left for the hatched, for the double hatch Stardust and double hatch XP.
Oh, for another 4 hours. Got it.
Yep.
So let's go on to the event from today, which is Grookey Community Day, which everyone was so hyped to talk about earlier. But now it's your time. Everybody, tell us what you got shiny. How many you got shiny today? How many backgrounds you got shiny? Let's hear it all. So I actually got 42 shinies today.
Very good.
Yes, and I got 4 backgrounds. See if I can find them. Oops, let me do that.
The second Grookey I tapped on was shiny with the background.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Second one? That's awesome.
Literally the second one I tapped on today. And I was on stream when that happened.
That's perfect.
On a live stream at that time, yep.
Nice.
So I ended up the day with 17 of them, and still just the one at the background. But it was, for me, it was a good day. It's what I got done when I want to get done.
Nice.
If you didn't evolve it, so when you evolve them to Rillaboom, you would get Frenzy Plants. And just to let everyone know, if for some reason you didn't get it with didn't have a chance to evolve it, you'll be able to do it again during December's Community Day.
Which is what I'm waiting for.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got 4 for the backgrounds, shiny. and I already evolved them into their line, just like that. Oh, sorry, I got 3. Four was Piplup. 3 for this one. So that's a whole line. So I was very happy about that. And
That's
then,
smart.
yeah, did that. And then I also got a shiny that was an XXS. Which is very cool. A little tiny one. And then,
Nice.
yeah, you can see here, I've been doing a bit, I did a bit of trading to try and get some good lucky Grookies. So that way I can evolve them in December, because when we had it for a week, it was a lot easier to be able to trade and get it done. But like this, you know, with our stream and, you know, me having to travel back afterwards, like there's not a lot of time to do the trading in between, but that's okay. That's what December's for. So yeah, don't worry. Like when December comes, I will remind everybody, get your house in order, find the right Pokemon you need to evolve, because it's your last chance to probably do it for the foreseeable future. But yeah, we'll get to that in December though. But yes, I was very happy with it. About 42 total shinies. You know, I can't be mad about that. I basically just did a grid pattern around downtown. I checked every single stop to try and get background Grookies.
Very smart.
Yeah, so I did a little bit of grid pattern, and it worked out perfectly. I got back to the bus stop to go back home basically right when the event ended. It was great. I was very happy with my efficiency today. Much efficiency was had. I also had 3 weird interactions today. Y'all ready? Oh, before that, let's look what everybody's been saying about what they got for Calm Day. Let's see. Bomber only got 10 shinies done with the background. Didn't count the BGs for the others yet. Hundo and a good PvP Grookies. That's really good. They suck, you know, Bomber Kitty, but I'm glad he got them. Oh, Kai did a shiny background. Didn't get one. That's unfortunate. It happens sometimes. But he did get 3 shinies and 98% with the background. Ooh, I have, dude, we're twinsies, Kaiden, because I also have a Rillaboom now. That is a 98. I believe it's this one right here. Yep, there you go. I also got one of those too. Ooh, Grandpa got 9 and 1 with the background. BG City got 21 shinies, 3 shiny with the background, and then 4 XXLs. Lois got 16 shinies, 1 shiny background, and 1 lucky shiny. Ooh, that's very good. Very good. Yeah, Bomber Kitty says, on the off chance they ever become relevant. You know what? Facts. Yeah, Lois,
Exactly
I think
what
you did
I'm
pretty
doing
good.
right now.
You did pretty good, Lois, I would say. You know, getting 16 ain't bad. Like, I was walking the entire time, and like I didn't stop. Even like I don't think I even took a sip out of my water until the end of the event, because it's like a balmy 74 down here. It's very comfortable. It's very nice. Ooh, nice, Lois. Evo'd the fullest, one of the best IVs. Unlucky. 15, 14, 13. Very nice. Very nice. Oh yeah, so my 3 funny interactions today. As I was sitting on the bench waiting for the bus to come up, some dude tried to get my attention, and I kind of just ignored him because, you know, I didn't want to talk to him. And he just walks up to right in front of me, and he tries to hand me money. I just look up and go, "What are you doing?" And he just smiles and walks away.
Did you accept the money?
I didn't get a chance to. Like, I was just too gobsmacked to do anything. I was just sitting going, oh. And then he just walked away. Like, he was there maybe a second. And the best part about this is this bus station is right outside of a police station. So, like, it was like really funny. This guy clearly on something, walking up to me, trying to offer me cash, walks away. And like, I just look to my left, and there it goes, police station. You can't make this crap up.
Nice.
And then earlier,
Why didn't you take the money?
I didn't get a chance to grab it. Like, if he had paused another second, I would have grabbed the money out of his hand. Also, he was acting erratic, and I didn't want to do anything to antagonize him or anything. That was another problem.
If somebody learn in the future, if somebody's handing you money, you take it and run.
I also wonder what strings are attached. Okay, there could be strings attached. You don't know. All right.
Exactly. I'm being silly.
Okay, good. Second interaction. I was walking, and this lady just wasn't paying attention to look at her phone, and she basically, like, I was trying to pass her on the right, and then she moves, basically sidesteps right in front of me and stops right there, and I gotta go, excuse me, And then she turns around and goes, "Oh, you could have just gone around." And I was like, "You stopped right in front of me. I didn't have a chance to go anywhere."
Yep, that happens.
Yeah.
People are not self-aware about what's going on around them very often.
Exactly.
Not surprising.
And then the final thing is, I was walking home. I stopped by a grocery store to grab some stuff, and I was carrying the bread, because I didn't want to put in my backpack because it would get squished. And who likes squished bread? I don't like squished bread. So it was in a bag. I was carrying it, and I was walking, and someone goes, "Yo, dude, can I have a few slices of bread?" I'm just like, what the fuck?
Okay.
I was like, what is going on here? And this again, it was after the other 2 interactions. This is my 3rd interaction. I'm just sitting there going, what is going on today? Is there something in the water? What happened?
Apparently there is.
Yeah, it was so weird when that happened.
Then again, this is Florida. So,
yeah. That's why I try to
Florida's
ignore.
got its own special thing going on.
I try to ignore everybody I can. Oh, there was even another interaction where this guy would at the first bus stop, like he put his bag on the seat, and he asked me if I wanted to sit down. I said no, it's okay, and he kept talking to me when I wasn't even looking at him. I could just tell he was just saying stuff. I couldn't even hear him, like it was so low. But I look up like a couple minutes later, he's still staring at me, talking to me. 4 weird interactions in one day. Man, I just hit the jackpot in terms of finding some people out there.
You were attracting the oddities.
Apparently I was. I didn't know my red shirt with Charizard on it would make all the crazies come over and go, "Hey, what's up?" to me in their own special ways.
Another way of saying it, Florida.
Not pretty much, yep. Yeah, you're right, Kite. He really likes bread, I guess. I mean, I don't blame him. Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, Lois, congrats on being 6 weeks vape free. That's very good. I'm proud of you there, Lois. Good job. Yeah, you go get your rest, Lois, okay? You have a wonderful rest of your day, okay? Night, day, whatever. You know what I mean. Yeah, so those are my 4 weird stories. Yeah. Terminal, do you have any weird stories you wanna tell the folks at home?
I mean, the weirdest story to me was that I was lucky with Wicked, and he didn't want to trade a shiny. He wanted a background Eevee from Vancouver, so we exchanged. We exchanged different backgrounds. What did he give me today? I forgot. Let's see. So non-shiny background. So this is what he gave me. He gave me not bad, a little Squirtle.
Very nice.
With the background.
Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, me and Salty Lore actually just recently did a mirror trade. This guy right here.
Nice.
Because he's gonna have a Mega soon, so I want to make sure I had this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's actually pretty good stats. I'm not gonna complain about this little guy. So yeah, he will be evolvable, Mega evolvable as soon as it is available in Pogo. So do you think like what, 5 years, 6 years when we'll see Mega Scolipede? How many years do you think it'll take, Terminal?
It's in ZA right now, right?
Yeah, it's already moved on from Scolipede to the new DLC Megas.
So, I mean, if I had to take a guess, that we're probably going to get the ZA starter megas from in this year during the Kalos tour. That's just a guess, and then we're going to get some others down the road there. I don't think it'll be this year, but probably next year. Yeah,
because I remember, I think it was right after ZA had premiered its first mega, which was Dragonite. I thought then that October we had a raid day that they might actually start introducing the megas that early, but nope, still don't even have Mega Mewtwo X and Y.
That's GoFest this year.
Yeah, well, I know it's GoFest, but I mean it took them only 11 years to get there.
They've been teasing it forever.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It took them 11 years to get there. Jeez.
Very true.
Oh, did it change a little bit? You're right. I'll have to fix that. Oh, I didn't even see that. Thanks, Raj. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Apparently it decided to be a little weird about this today. Okay. That's frustrating. I did that.
Thank you, Raj.
Yeah, I didn't change anything from before. I just decided to be wonky. I have not updated OBS in a while to avoid that. But no big deal. We'll fix that for next time for sure. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Ooh. Dang, you slipped on some ice, Lois? Watch out. honestly is probably the least lethal ice you will encounter this year. Anyway, for some missionary just came to me and started telling me about it. Oh, whoa, Dino. Yeah, I've had that happen sometimes. Like, there's a couple of groups along the streets when I walk down that want to talk about stuff and try to engage with you. I've had a couple of them try and do that too. I remember, actually, when I was in college, way back in the olden times, in the olden days, the far-flung past, there was a preacher who'd always come to the quad and always tell all of us how we were going to burn. For at least 2 weeks straight. Apparently this is a yearly tradition, by the way. He has shown up a lot, and eventually, it turns into a shouting match because you get tired of getting yelled at for 2 weeks straight, trying to live your life, and it always turns into a big thing. It always turns into a big thing. You'll see it it was always in the college newspaper and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, he really loved going down there. And then the best part was that there were other people who come around and be like, "Hey, we're the cool Christians. Want to come hang out at our church?" While he was around there doing that, like, we're not like that guy. We're cool Christians. And I was like going, no.
Nice.
Yeah. Raj, I know a guy who fakes slipped on ice to avoid plans. You mean Tiger? I'm not pulling punches with that guy anymore. It was Tiger.
Guess what I just caught? My favorite Pokemon.
That's my favorite too. I love it.
Why is your screen's black, by the way?
Yeah, I just saw that. Fix it back. We had a guy on a bike try to run us over at the park and yell us to get outside and walk. What? Yeah, people out there are really weird. I remember there was one time I was walking and across the street, obviously I'm very careful, and listen, okay, I lived in Chengdu, China for over a decade. Okay, I lived in China for 13 years. All right, I can cross the street with the best of them. I can also pay attention to the street without even really looking at it, as in people can tell I'm looking at the street, right? Because in China you got to play a game called chicken. Okay, where if you're walking across the street, okay, and a car wants to go down the street, okay, as a pedestrian, you have to be aware of them, but also act like you're not aware of the car at the same time. So I got really good at that, and so I was just doing my usual thing crossing the street because autopilot, because I'm busy also catching some Pokemon, and this guy is on the other side goes, "Don't look at your phone, your freaking phone," and everything. I'm just sitting there going, "Yo, dude. There's nothing on the road. What are you worried about? What are you upset about?"
I had a guy that I was talking to and chatting with, and he's he asked what I was doing. I told him I was playing Pokemon Go, and that I walk 50 plus kilometers per week.
You broke up there. This and that. Can you re-say that? You broke up there for that one.
So I said to a guy that I sat down. I was talking to a guy, and he said to me, "So we're talking," and I was explaining how how he's like, "Well," he asked what I was doing and how much Pokemon Go do I do and stuff like that. And after I explained to him all that I do, I walk over 50 kilometers per week, and he looked at me and he says, "You need a hobby." And I just started laughing. I was like, "All right, that's this is the hobby that I'm doing there." So.
That's good. I like that. That's a good one. Very dad joke there. I like that a lot.
So I do want to point out a new tip for everybody. One more thing to talk about is that I found out something last night, and it's how you can find your Pokemon that have a second move on it. So there's a weird thing going on that Pogo names your second one there.
Wait, what?
Names your second move when you don't have a move at move_name_4 zeros. So
wait,
if
what?
you don't have if you don't have a second move on a Pokemon, that's the name of it. So I'm gonna actually I'll put this in the chat
name?
there. So
yeah, please do. This is some complicated stuff right here. Oops.
So that's the name of the move that you have when you don't have a second move on your Pokemon. Oh. Very complicated. But if you wanted to find which ones you do have the second move on, if you do !@ MOV, not move, because that's a whole nother story about that. Trust me on this one. !MOV. No, first ! Dark.
Yeah.
Then @
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you can do
Yo!
@move the whole thing, but if you do MOV, those are the Pokemon that you have a second move on. So that's how you find it. You found it out. So exclamation
Whoa.
@MOV. You don't want to use the word move. It will work most of the time, but once in a while it will not. It will not work. So I highly recommend don't using the full word move. I'm not going to get into the details behind it, but trust me on that one.
Nice,
So
good night, Lois. Good night.
and then if you want to find which ones you have your legendaries with, if you do, obviously, if you add on @and Candy KM20, of course my phone is not cooperating this moment,
I
Candy
see that.
KM20, then I've got 28 that I've put a second move on. Each one of those cost 100,000 Stardust, so I spent 2.8 million Stardust just putting second moves on my legendaries and mythicals and ultra beasts.
When you really get down to it and see how much Stardust you have to spend to do all this stuff, it's very depressing.
Yep. Well, the good news is I can tell you this one is traded to me, and by flip side, and he doesn't have the second. I didn't have to spend anything on this one, so technically
Ooh.
2.7 million.
Ooh.
So, but flip side's caught almost 900,000 Pokemon, so he can afford to get rid of a few of them.
Sounds like it.
So, yep.
All
right. So that's the tip
sweet.
of that's the tip of the new search string that I've been playing around with. There's a new one also that I'm working on expanding my trash string with, and I'm going to talk about that in a future update once I play around
Sounds
with it
great.
more.
Yeah, and we're almost done with the Excel sheet for keeping track of your collection. So stay tuned. I'm hoping then next week we can premiere it, and I'll be excited about that. Also, Kaiden, in our Discord, you can definitely post as many pics of your pups as you want to. You are free to do so. So if you want to join our Discord, go ahead and do that. Yeah.
So
YouTube,
one
right?
more thing to
Yeah.
do.
Mhm.
Yep, one more thing to talk about is we always do pick out one of our medals to talk about, and I think in honor of next week being the pals, precious pals, we can and it helps with your heart. So how many best buddies does everybody have?
That's
So if you
that's
find
true.
your best buddy medal, mine is silver, and I've only got 28 best buddies there.
Wow. Wow. How terrible for you. Because I have it on the best number ever. I get to platinum.
You have it on one?
No.
Why don't you look for the actual medal? It looks like a little, red dot on the bottom of it and their main screen. Might make it a little bit easier to find it.
Wait, what does it look like?
It's got a
Show me.
little red dot on the bottom of it. This one right there. So if you
You
look
mean
at
do you mean the heart at the bottom?
that's what it is. Yep. I'm old. I can't see things.
I'm looking for mine. I don't know where it is.
Scroll down.
It'd be that far down.
Sure, it's.
Wait, it is that far down.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
it is. Yeah,
It's the best number, baby. 69.
Why is that dark? What does that mean? The best number being 69.
Because
Why would that be?
because it's the best kind of relationship because you give and receive.
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing with that. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's best because
so in other words, you're not gonna be doing this anymore. You're not making any more there.
Oh no, I definitely am.
Well, then it's not the best number for you.
Well, it's the best number for right now until I continue on. Ooh, Dedenne has 76. Very nice. We've got Grandpa at 22 and Dino at 11.
Edo in Japan.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be Edo though. The Edo period. It's pronounced Edo. I'm pretty sure, not Edo.
Okay.
Well, it could be Dedenne. It could be. Is it not Dedenne? Because I think Dedenne is pretty cool. Dedenne. It's a fun sound to make. Dedenne. That's just me though. But Edo
Thanks for opening up my grift, Grandpa.
Your grift.
Or Edo.
My grift. What are you grifting now, Terminal?
No, I said thank you, Grandpa, for opening up my gift. My gift.
No, you definitely said grift.
I said gift.
Okay. Sure you did. Grandpa. Anyway, so yeah, looks like that Edo wins today. Maybe we should also make a roll for that too. That'd be kind of fun, right? Whoever wins the thing gets the roll into Discord.
If you want to, go for it.
That. kind of fun. Big colors out and stuff. But yeah, okay. Well, that's really it for me. I actually got to get going because Venus, am I pronouncing that correctly? Edo in Japan or Edo? I don't know how to say it anymore. Terminal has made me completely doubt myself and my ability to read your name. But that's it for me, Terminal. Do you have anything else you want to add or tell anybody about?
Nope, we're good. So thank you all for joining in. This is Terminal.
And this is Dark. I also want to thank you all for coming in. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope you learned a lot. And I also hope that you liked and subscribed because, or followed on Twitch. We appreciate anyone who can do that. You know, if you enjoyed the content, if you were informed, I think the least you could do is give us a little like and a little subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. But yes, this has been PoGoTips with Just the Tips.